Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today's topic is hit your target with me, your instructor, Takara Nicole. So follow me on this journey as we go through and we talk about what does it really mean to hit your target. So who am I? I am Takara Nicole. I'm originally from Aberdeen, Maryland, but I currently live here in Savannah, Georgia. I have two amazing children. I wear many hats. I'm the CEO of many different businesses, as you can see. I'm in one of them right now, and on purpose because I want to show you guys what it means to hit your target. So I'm a salon owner, I'm a hair loss practitioner, I'm an author, business and life coach. But most of all, I believe that life does not happen by happenstance, but rather our ability to push ourselves beyond our limits and our ability to make our ideas a reality. Okay. So today we're going to talk about um, how to hit your target and what does that mean. Okay. So the target that I'm speaking about is your goals. Okay. The target that I'm speaking about is your goals. So, how do you hit that target of your goals? So, the first thing we're going to talk about is get your mind right. Okay. Get your mind right. The second thing we're going to talk about is create a plan of action. Okay. And the last thing we're going to talk about is how to execute that plan. And if you do all of those things, I believe that you will be able to what? Hit your target, which is what your goals. Okay. So let's talk about what is the goal. I know a lot of times we've heard that phrase before. We've heard our teachers say it, we've heard our parents say it. The internet has said it. Talk about goal setting and reaching your goals and getting to the place where you're able to position yourself to reach your goals. You're going to hear all of those different things. So let's talk about what is a goal. So a goal is something that you are aiming for, or it is a desired result. Okay, a goal is something that you are aiming for, or a desired result. Okay, so that is a goal. So when we talk about hit your target, we're talking about something that you're aiming for, or something that you desire. And how do we get it? We have to get our mind right. We have to create a plan, and then what? Execute. So, what is your end goal? Okay, so when we look at this phrase of hitting your target and reaching your goals, I like to say, well, what is your end goal? What is the end result? When you finish doing all of the things that you have done, all of the things that you want to do, are you reaching what that end goal is? Okay, so like I said before, I'm sitting in my end goal, right? I'm sitting in my end goal. I'm sitting in my second location of one of my businesses, which is a goal that I wanted to reach. Okay, so this is part of my end goal. Okay. But I wanted to let you guys know that we have to understand what is the end goal? What is the end result? Where am I trying to go? Where are you going? It is very important that you understand that. Okay. So follow me, stay with me. So, some examples of goals. Okay. So, we have finish your current grade. Okay. Find a job, graduate from high school, finish your project, get accepted into college, and get organized. So, although those might not be your goals specifically, they might be changed, but those are just some examples of what a goal actually looks like. The end result. My end result is, or my end goal is, I need to finish the ninth grade. I need to finish the 10th grade. I need to finish the 11th grade. I need to find a job. I need to graduate high school. But then when we talk about hitting our target, we say, well, how do I get there? How am I going to do it? Okay. So let's see what's next. So, first things first is get your mind right. Get your mind right. Before we even step into the aspect of actually doing something to reach your goal, the first thing you have to do is make up in your mind what you want to do. Okay. Earlier, you guys seen when I talked about what is your end goal, and I had the example of a soccer goal, right? And so, first of all, I had to make up in my mind that I wanted to play soccer. That was number one. I had to make up in my mind that I wanted to play soccer and I wanted to be successful at it. Okay. The second thing you have to do when we talk about getting your mind right is eliminate distractions. Okay. This part is so key because sometimes we're listening to so many different people. Sometimes we're on our phones, we're on our tablets, we are on YouTube, we're on TikTok, and we're doing all these different things that are distracting us from being able to reach your goal. If you're on TikTok, guess what? You cannot practice how to kick the ball into the goal. Why? Because you're not going to be focused. How can I effectively look for a job if I am on TikTok or I'm on YouTube or I'm on Instagram or I'm out hanging out with my friends? And I'm not saying that those things are a bad thing, but what I will say is that there is a time and a place for everything. Say it with me. There's a time and a place for everything. And so I cannot be focused on trying to reach my goals. I'm trying to find a job and I'm trying to get into college and I'm trying to organize. I'm trying to clean my room. But every time I clean my room, I start scrolling on my phone, or my friend calls me and I'm talking on the phone. It's distracting me from doing what? Reaching my goal. Another key thing is finding a quiet place to think. Sometimes we are in the midst of so much noise. And so it makes it very difficult for us to see where we're trying to go, write out our thoughts if we are surrounded by so much. So sometimes it may mean going outside and sitting on the step by ourselves, going to the park by ourselves. Sitting in our room, turn your phone off, turn the computer off, doing all of those things to eliminate anything that might distract you from doing what? Reaching your goal. We're talking about what? Get your mind right. Get your mind right. So be dedicated to your decision. Be dedicated to your decision. Okay. When I make up in my mind to say I'm going to go to school, I gotta stay dedicated to that. Okay. And the last one is positive thinking and a positive attitude. Positive thinking, positive attitude. Positive thinking, positive attitude. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of things because we're not thinking positive, or our attitude is jacked up, our attitude is messed up. And so in order for us to get to this place where we want to reach our goals, we have to think positive. Don't think it's, oh, I'm not going to get into that college. Oh, I'm not going to get that job. Oh, I'm never going to organize my life. Oh, I'm never going to get there. Oh, I'm never going to accomplish that goal. No, throughout the entire process of us hitting our target or reaching our goals, we must remain positive and know that I can do it and you can do it. So, the second thing we're going to talk about is create a plan of action. Okay. In order for us to reach any goal in life, it's so important that you have a plan. Okay. Because sometimes we will try to do something and we don't even know where we're going. Like there's no map that says I'm going to get from A to B. And so we have to create that plan. So the first thing we want to do is pick one thing. Okay. Pick one thing first. What is the main thing that we're focusing on right now? I know that you need to get a job. I know you need to get organized. I know that you want to get into college. I know that you are trying to play a sport or whatever the case may be that you're trying to accomplish. But the first things you have to do is pick something first. It's going to be hard for you to try to fill out job applications. Focus on that. Focus on Focus on college applications. Focus on trying to clean your room. You can't do all three of those things at one time. You're going to be all over the place. And guess what? Ultimately, nothing gets done because I might start this application, but I don't finish it because I started cleaning my room. Have you guys ever, listen, I've been there, where you go in your room and you tear everything out? And you might start by making your bed, then you go start folding clothes, then you might go clean the bathroom, then you go start cleaning the kitchen, but you don't really finish anything, but you have started doing all of these different things. When you look up, your house is a mess. Your room is a mess. Why? Because you started doing so many different things and you never fully finished a task. And so that's why I'm telling you guys to pick one thing first. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's start with just looking for some jobs, fill out those applications, right? Then maybe next week you'll say, you know what, I'm going to focus on filling out college applications. At the end of the day, we are focusing on hitting our target. Okay, hitting your target, which means what? Reaching whatever that goal is. So let's pick that one goal, and what are we going to do? Hit that target. So the second thing I want to talk about is understanding what does it take to actually accomplish the goal? Okay? What does it take to actually accomplish the goal? What does it take for me to get a job? Do I need a ride to work? Do I need a permit to work? Do I need a ID to work? For my college applications, what do I need? Do I need my PSAT? Do I need my SAT? Do I need to write an essay? Do I need recommendations? So understanding what is it that it's going to take. How much is the school going to cost? Right? Even if you're playing a sport and you want to get on the team, what does it look like? What does practice look like? How many days am I going to have to practice? Do I need to get in shape? And so, what does it take for you to accomplish the goal? What resources do you need? I just talked about that as well. Do I need a ride to work? Do I need a ride to practice? Excuse me. So, what does it take? Then you're going to also, along with doing those things, is you have to research. Research is so important. A lot of times we go to colleges because we like the school, or our friends go there, or our family go there. But the thing about when we're choosing the right college for us is we have to make sure that we're going to get the best education, the quality education. Is my major even there? So do your research. If you're trying to find a job, do your research about the job, the area. You know, what are the typical hours I'm going to have to work? Are they open on weekends? Are they not open on weekends? Do your research. So, what are we doing? Creating the plan. We're creating that plan of action. And what does that look like? All right. And the last thing in step 3 of hitting our target is execute the plan. Okay. Execute the plan. Understand that your actions need to align with the end goal. Okay. Your actions need to align with the end goal. So if my end goal is right now to get into college, right? My end goal is to get into college, then I really should not be filling out job applications right now in this moment. Why? Because right now my goal is to work on is to work on college applications. Okay. So when we're looking at this thing called goal setting and what it really means to set goals, whatever you do, those actions should line up with what you're trying to hit. So if I'm trying to hit this target, right? Everything that I do needs to do what? Align with hitting that. Everything that I do every day should be pushing me towards reaching that goal. Okay. So those become your weekly to-do list. Those become your monthly goals. And then we talk about what is the time frame. So I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. I want to get a job. Okay. So because I want to get a job, then every week, what am I doing? I am applying for, I'm going to apply for jobs. Okay. But before I do that, what did I talk about before we have to create that plan? So maybe I'll say I'm going to apply to McDonald's, I'm going to apply to Chick-fil-A, and I'm going to apply to Foot Locker. Those are the 3 stores right now that I'm thinking about applying to. Okay, cool. So that's my plan. I've researched those jobs. I found out that this is the hours that they work, this is how much they pay. These are the skills that they desire in order for me to work there. Do I need a permit to work there? Do I not need a permit? So I've done all of my research and my planning, and now it's time to execute. Okay. So then I might say, you know what? On Monday, I'm going to apply for McDonald's. Tuesday, I'm going to apply for Chick-fil-A. On Wednesday, I'm going to apply for Foot Locker. Okay. Then I'll say next week, I'm going to follow up with McDonald's. I'm going to follow up with KFC. I'm going to follow up with Chick-fil-A, or whatever it is that you apply. Make sure that you go back, and then that's your follow up. And then afterwards, then what? You're waiting to see if you get a job, and then say, you know what? Chick-fil-A says you got it. All right. So I got the job at Chick-fil-A. Now I have to even further execute. Why? Because I got to show up. If this is the goal, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, then guess what? You have to show up and do what? Execute. All right. And then also I say put a time frame on it. So if we're looking at let's see, if we're looking at getting a job, if we're looking at college applications, we already know that some applications you have to apply by November. Some of them you have to apply by January. Some of them are for the summer. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're trying to accomplish, understand that you have to put a time frame to it. So by November, I need to have filled out at least 6 applications to 6 different schools that I researched when I was creating my plan in step 2. And so now we are in what? We're in step 3 and we're in execution mode. Okay. So let's break this down so that you guys understand. So get your mind right. Take some time to get into a quiet place and make up in your mind the decision you want to make. Okay. So I have decided that I want to go to college for nursing. Okay. So then we're going to move to step two. Okay. And that is to create your plan. So I'm going to research which school will fit you the best, or how much will it take for you to go to that school. So understanding how much does it cost, the research and all that kind of stuff that goes into the planning of going to school, right? And then step three is what? Execute the plan. So the next step is I'm going to apply to those schools, and I'm going to do the necessary steps. So they may say, I need you to take your SAT. I need you to take your PSAT. I need you to write an essay. I'm going to do all of those things to help me push towards what? Hitting my target. Okay, so we got step one, step two, step three. I want to let you guys know that in anything you're trying to accomplish, anything you want to do, if you follow these three steps, I promise you, you will hit your target. Okay. So things to remember, create a routine. Okay. It is not too early for you guys to create a routine. I know a lot of times in adults, you may hear the phrase, you got to get into a routine. Some of your parents may tell you, but routine is so important. A lot of times we like to stay up late. And so when it's time for us to get up in the morning, we're struggling, right? Because we stayed up all night. And so the thing that is very important is that we learn how to create a routine. So I go to bed at a certain time, I get up, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, my clothes are laid out, I've ironed my clothes. I am prepared for whatever it is I'm trying to do, whatever it is I'm trying to accomplish. You cannot tell me that you want to graduate from high school with a 4.0 or a 3.5 or whatever it is that your grade point that you're trying to achieve, and you don't prepare yourself to get it, because your routine is a part of your preparation. And so it's important that I am at my best self. So what does that mean? I got to go to bed at night. I got to wake up on time. I got to make sure that I'm doing my homework. All of those different things are a part of your routine. Okay. Another one is maintaining a planner or calendar. Okay. This is going to be key. I am a big advocate for planners and calendars because they're key to your success. Because your ability to write something down and then go back and review it. What am I working on today? How many assignments do I have to complete this week? What have I already done? Okay, I know Monday I wrote down that I'm going to apply for Chick-fil-A. Okay, let me check off that I did that. I said on Wednesday I wrote down that I'm going to apply for Foot Locker. Let me check that off my list. And then if you didn't do it, then going back in my planner, it helps me understand. You know what? I missed something. I missed that assignment. I missed to turn that in. Okay, this is the deadline. So calendars and planners keep you focused, and they keep you organized for success. Set alarms. Okay. Sometimes you guys, we're on our phones so much, we're doing so many different things that we haven't taken time, like I said, to eliminate those distractions. So if you're working on a major project, if you're working on a paper, set a timer for 1 hour. You know what? For 1 hour on Wednesday, I'm going to work on this paper. I'm not going to answer no phone calls. I'm not going to be on my phone. I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb. I'm not going to do nothing else but focus on this paper. Okay. The other one is eat healthy. Okay. I'm an advocate for this. Eating healthy. All right. To the best of your ability. Sometimes when you're eating so much junk, guess what? Your body can't function the way that it needs to function. So making sure that you guys, we're looking at the whole person. In order for me to really hit my target, I have to make sure that I'm at my best self. And being at my best self means sometimes making healthier decisions. Sometimes the decisions are out of your hand and maybe you can't, right? But if the ability is for you to eat healthier, choose the healthier option to keep yourself build up so that you can be strong, so that you can what? Hit your target. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about is pick your circle wisely. I cannot tell you how important it is for you to have people around you that are going the same way that you're going. They're trying to accomplish the same type of goals you're trying to accomplish. If you're hanging around people that are not trying to hit their target, they don't have any goals for their life, um, guess what? Sooner or later, it's going to bring you down to a place to where you get comfortable and you feel like maybe it's okay if I don't hit my target. Maybe it's okay if I don't do this. Maybe it's okay if I don't accomplish, this goal, because I'm looking at the people around me and they're comfortable. And because sometimes when you're trying to hit your target, when you're trying to reach your goal, it's going to get uncomfortable. because you're trying to do something you've never done before, or you're trying to do something, you're trying to reach a goal, you're trying to accomplish something. And so sometimes life gets uncomfortable. So you need people in your life that are going to encourage you to, guess what? I know it's uncomfortable right now, but guess what? Keep going. Michelle, I know it's hard, but guess what? Keep going. I know that you didn't get into this college, but it's okay because you applied for many other, and there's so many different other options that you can do. And so it's very important that the people that are surrounding you are uplifting you, that are pushing you, so that you can do what? Hit your target. And so I say to you, you can do anything you want to, but you have to commit to the plan and the process. You can do anything that you want to, but you have to commit to the plan and the process. So today, make the decision to be great and do what? Hit your target. Until next time, see you guys later. Bye.